Okay, hello everyone, Rank on Olaf here, and we are going to talk right now about runes. So maybe you have seen already a video about builds, but build is not everything, we need also runes to our build. And I am playing actually 3 types of runes that fit mostly every single build. So, first of all, the most universal build is this kind of build. We have a Conqueror, then we have something for mana, we have some lifesteal, and we have even more damage. We still have a little problem. We have made a problem of mana smaller, but we still have a problem, so we are taking a biscuit to delete it completely. And after that, we need to make sure that Olaf is mobile enough. We have enough, movement speed to run away or to get our, target and finish him. So we have something for movement speed. So that's the first and most playable, I would say. I am using it the most of times because these runes are pretty good. These runes are really pretty good. You can also, if you don't want lifesteal, you can go for some ability haste or with some attack speed, because it depends. Versus some matches, it can be better, but it's a really small difference. So it's in late game, the lifesteal is gonna be much better because it gives you also the HP. But in early game, for example, attack speed is gonna give you a little more. So it's a bit about your preferences. You can change that, but doesn't change others. That's important. Okay, but that's the first type of runes we have here, and now we can move to the others. So something more exotic we have here, and that's first shot. First strike, I mean. So it works like that. You need to attack your opponent first, and you are getting gold. And you are farming gold on your opponent, additional gold. And the first strike is good versus squishy targets. It's I would say it's a little worse versus tanky targets, and little better versus squishy targets. So if you are playing versus something if you're playing versus, let's say, Yon, for example, you can go like that, because you are going to, get very often gold from him. If you are playing versus Nasus, it's also gonna be good. If you are playing versus some Ornn, it can be good. I know that Ornn is more tanky, so you can play, of course, with Conqueror, but the first strike is gonna be good versus Ornn because he is all the time melee to you, and you can get a lot of gold from him because you are using it, so often. And also, it's easy to dodge his Q, so you need to make sure that your opponent is not gonna attack you first, because if he do that, then you are losing your rune, and that can make you will die. And that's important. That's important to make sure that you will not lose it. And if your opponent is playing first strike and you are playing first strike, you need to be sure that you are doing first strike first. Because in fight, it's a huge damage difference. Because if he has plus 7% of damage and you don't, it's 14% difference. And, that's huge. So, we have a first strike. We have a first strike for gold and for damage. We have done something for even more gold, and gold is important because gold is statistics, and the statistics are from items, and statistics from items are even more damage, so gold can be damage. So if you are doing enough gold, you have damage. That's good. Then we are deleting the problem of mana, and we have something for movement speed to make sure that we can get to our target and finish him. And also we have some tenacity. We have some tenacity with damage. And that's all about these runes. I think these runes are good for Crit Olaf and for Lethality Olaf. So, the first runes are for Crit Olaf and Lethality Olaf. Wait, give me a second. So, the Conqueror build is for Normal Olaf, Crit Olaf, and Lethality Olaf. The first strike runes are for Crit Olaf or Lethality Olaf. Now we move to Dark Harvest. So that's even more exotic, I would say. We are going for Dark Harvest, we go for more damage, we go for Zombie Ward, and we go for something to make our ulti even more often. Then we are going to delay the mana problem and increase our movement speed. And if we want to play these runes with Dark Harvest, we need to play Lethality build, or we need to play Crit build. And how it works. So the first of all, the build with Dark Harvest is to make sure that you will punish squishy targets. Like, you need to have a flash for sure. If you want to play these runes, you must have flash. Flash is gonna be the most important thing with these runes. And you can build a crit or lethality build to these runes, and you need to focus on squish targets. So if they have like AD carry, like Jinx, Ashe, or anything, you are just flashing into them and trying to kill them. So that's your job with this build, and it's doing his job really good. And I think it's gonna be good on lane versus anything. You can stack your Dark Harvest very often. So I think the best example is gonna be a Sion. Sion is gonna be really often low HP versus you, and you can stack many times the Dark Harvest on him. And after that, you are going to punish in late game. This runes with lethality build is gonna be perfect for late game, where you are just flashing from the bush into some squishy target and deleting him like that. So that's all about build and runes. I mean about runes. And if you haven't seen builds, you can still check it on the video